Alright, guys, this needs to be talked about. I'm just gonna talk about this thing as you've read the title. Can you ask God for forgiveness, but then immediately after you ask Him for forgiveness, you go back to the same sin that you were just in? I'm gonna tell you if that's okay or not, because well, this needs to be said, and I need to help a lot of people out with this. You know, like many people have been wondering this question for a long time. Many Christian content creators don't really announce it, address the answer. So I'm just gonna be adjusting it here. I'm gonna put it this way. No, it is not okay to ask God. Lord, it's okay to ask Him for forgiveness, but you have to pray like you mean it. Like asking for forgiveness like you mean it. Don't just say, Lord, please forgive me of my sins, amen, and then just go back to doing the same sin. That's not really how it works. I mean, you can't abuse His grace. So it's like saying this. Look, it's like you're praying to Him, right? But do you really mean it when you pray to Him and you ask Him for forgiveness? Do you really mean it, or do you not mean it? That's what I wanted to ask you. Do you really mean it, or do you really not mean it? So, like for example, you just for example, you just cussed. You just said the F word, for example, or you said GD. That's a very bad word. But for example, you said GD. So you go to God and you're like, God, please forgive me. Please forgive me. I said that, and I really didn't want to, but I said it, Lord. Please forgive me. That when you're praying like that, do you really mean it from your heart or no? It's like when you're asking Him to forgive you, you're asking Him to forgive you, right? Do you really mean it? So you're asking for forgiveness, and you're like, Lord, please forgive me that I said that. But then right after you ask Him to forgive you, you go to somebody and you say GD again. That's not really saying that you mean it. That's not you do something bad. You ask God for forgiveness, then you do it again right after. It's not. You have to pray like you mean it, and you have to really not do that sin again. It's like I'm gonna put it this way. So you're right here, right, and your friend's right here next to you, and let's say you have $200 in your bank account. So while you're sleeping, your friend sneaks into your room, grabs your credit card with the 200 on it, and he buys something on Amazon for $100. So that's minus $100 to your account. So now you only have $100. So he bought something on Amazon with your credit card, your money. You never gave him permission to, but he got your credit card without any permission from you, and he bought something on Amazon for $100. Now you only have $100. And then when you wake up in the morning and you find out that he wasted this money, you go to confront him, and he's like, bro, I'm sorry, it will not happen again. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. So you forgive him, and you expect him not to do it anymore. But then you go to sleep that night again, and he sneaks into your room, and he grabs your credit card. Then he goes on Amazon and buys something for $50. So now that's $50 minus. That's minus $50 on your account. So you had 100 minus 50. Now you have 50. So when you wake up in the morning and you find out about it, that he did it again, and he didn't mean that he was sorry last time, you go to confront him again. And he's like, bro, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I won't do it again. So you're starting to think, does he really mean it? But okay, I forgive you. So you forgive him again. But then that same exact night, you go to sleep again, and your friend sneaks in your room, grabs your credit card, and buys another thing on Amazon for $50. Now you're broke. Now you're bankrupt. When you wake up in the morning, you find out you are aggravated. You are so mad. Your hard-earned money is now spent by your friend. So you go to confront him again, and he's like, bro, I'm sorry, please forgive me. But you had enough of it. So like, dude, do you really mean it? Do you really mean that you want to be forgiven? Do you really mean that you're sorry? Or are you just using me? Do you really mean that you're sorry? And that's the same exact thing with Jesus, guys. We can't just ask God for forgiveness. Say, Lord, I sinned again. Well, we can ask Him for forgiveness. Lord, I sinned again. Please forgive me. That's okay. But what's not okay is if we ask Him for forgiveness, then do the same exact sin once again, ask Him for forgiveness, then do the same exact sin again. Because when we ask God for forgiveness, like for example, we just made a person commit, which is, I had to censor that out, but imagine we accidentally made a person do that. So we go to God and we're like, Lord, please forgive me that I just did that. Please forgive me. I feel so bad. Please forgive me. But you the next day, you do it again. Guys, this is what we have to do. If we accidentally make a person, do that, we have to ask God for forgiveness. We have to say, Lord, please forgive me. I made someone commit today and I feel so bad. I really don't understand why I did that, and just say it from your heart. Not from your mouth, from your heart. That you really mean it. And then right after you asking for forgiveness, don't do it again. Do not do it again. You do it one time, ask God for forgiveness, then don't do it again. Try to avoid doing that. As a matter of fact, treat people with respect and kindness. It's that simple, guys. I don't know what else to say. It's that simple. And I'm only trying to help y'all. Like, y'all, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But I'm trying to make y'all understand that, this is essential. We have to ask God for forgiveness, that we really mean it in our heart, and then don't do it again. We can't just ask God for forgiveness and keep doing the same exact sin over and over again. Because then that would mean that your prayer did not mean it. You didn't mean your prayer. Please, guys. Follow what I said in this video. Exactly follow what I said in this video. What I said was, you commit a sin, ask God to forgive you, then don't commit it again. And some sins can be hard to overcome. But with Jesus, you can overcome them. Do not forget this Bible verse. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's my favorite Bible verse. Do not forget that Bible verse, guys. Amen.